Shalom, 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 Yasha'Allah. This your boy, Brother Shamu Allah, back at you with another quick edifying video. Today's lesson is going to be called Work Out Your Own Salvation with Fear and Trembling. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to say, Halal, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. That's all praises to the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahawah, and His only begotten Son's name, who you ignorantly call Jesus, whose name is Yahawashi, right? And the Holy Spirit, which is the Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, who have ruled well to the Spirit and have fed and edified the sheep in these last days, and has pushed this gospel and this truth to the four corners of the earth in these last days of mighty shalom. Another mighty shalom to all you Akim out there, laboring on the highways and on the hedges and on the unicorn, which is this internet, pushing this 100% doctrine, this 100% truth to the four corners of the earth in these last days. A mighty shalom to you all as well. Like I said, today's lesson is going to be called Work Out Your Own Salvation with Fear and Trembling. All right. And as we continue to endure in this walk, man, right? Don't let anybody stop you, from doing your work, okay? At the end of the day, it's going to be on you, all right? It's going to be on you, all right? And understanding, the fear of Yahawah, that should compel you, right? What is that? Just made me think of something. Salakia, let me see. What is that? 2 Corinthians. All right, let me read this first. This is Philippians chapter 2 and verse 12. It says, "Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling." Okay? And that's the thing. Like, you can't, at the end of the day, like I say, it's gonna end up on you. What are you doing? Right? You could do stuff in front of people and, the different things, but ultimately, Yahawashi sees all, right? If you just come to the camp on Saturday, then that's it. And are you doing stuff repeatedly? Are you doing stuff sincerity? I did a lesson, in sincerity and in truth, that's, you have to understand that, this is a 24/7 job, right? This is a continuous thing, and this is about, salvation at the end of the day. All right. This is very highly important, right? And if something is very important to you, then you will be diligent, and you will take this serious. All right. And understand that, like we don't know if we're part of that number. That's, we say we're of the hopeful elect. All right. We hope that we are part of that number that has been chosen from the foundations of the earth, and with that fear, hey, we continue to strive and continue on in this thing. All right. And with that, you continue to do the work. All right. What is that? 2 Corinthians. That's what I wanted. 5 and 11. Right. It says the ministry of reconciliation. It says, knowing therefore the terror of Yahawah, we persuade men, but we are made manifest unto the Most High, and I trust also are made manifest in your conscience. Okay. But knowing the terror and knowing, with fear and trembling, we go out to those highways and hedges, and persuade men. All right. Because we know that, hey, your life is ultimately on the line. Right. And Lord's willing, we don't want to be part of that 2/3 crew. We don't want to be part of that, So, with that fear, it drives you, to continue on. All right. And you have to be able to do it, willingly, not like, oh man, I got to go out. Right. I mean, ultimately, your spirit bears witness that it wants to to do well. It wants to do good. All right. But it says, I want to read this in the NLT. Let's see. Let's go to the NLT and read this real quick. NLT says, because we understand our fearful responsibility to Yahawashi, we work hard to persuade others. The Most High knows we are sincere, and I hope you know this too. Okay, so that's ultimately what our goal is. That the Lord knows that we're sincere in this thing. And with that fear to drive us, we continue on in this thing, right? Because the scriptures tell you, what's that? Let's go to Proverbs, right? Proverbs, chapter 9, verse number 10. It says, the fear of Yahawah, Bahasham Shai, is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the holy is understanding. Okay? But the fear of Yahawah Bahasham Shai, that's the beginning of wisdom. Okay? And understanding that, the Lord can put, judgments upon you, right? The scriptures tell you it's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the living power, man. Right? And we don't want that. Right? We don't want that. We've seen these judgments, that the Lord has placed on people. All right. Let's go to the book of Sirach. Sirach, I believe it's 19 and verse number 18. Right? It says, the fear of Yahawah Bahasham Shai is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love. Okay? And that fear, is a key motivator, to go out there, and brothers can attest. I know you're out there and you're, say you didn't do a lesson or something happens and, you start, ultimately, it's a fear, and then ultimately it's like a letdown. Like, man, I didn't do a lesson, or I didn't read, or I didn't, these are the things, to drive you. And, then it's like you'll try to go down and lay down to sleep, and be like, nope, no, I gotta do a lesson, or I gotta read, or I gotta, that fear kind of gets you jump started to going, right? But that's the first step of wisdom. Okay. So it says, the fear of Yahawah Bahasham Shai is the first step of being accepted of him, and wisdom obtained his love, right? It says, verse 20, the fear of Yahawah Bahasham Shai is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law and the knowledge of his omnipotency. All right. Let's see. Salakia. But just understanding too, we are, what is that? The Baruch, what is that? Baruch, is it 4? Baruch 4, yep, and 28. Call Yahawah Bahasham Shai. It says, for as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seeking 10 times more, right? Knowing that you were subject to go off, and you went off, throughout all your life, and now you obtain this wisdom and knowledge and understanding through the fear of Yahawah Bahasham Shai. And you got to go hard, man. You got to go hard. All right? Understanding that, at the end of the day, we are, as the scriptures say, filthy rags, right? It says, Isaiah chapter 64, verse 4 says, for since the beginning of the world, men have not heard nor perceived, Salakia, that's not it. 64 and 6, Salakia. That was a good one, though. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 64, verse 6. It says, but we are all as an unclean thing, and all our righteousness as filthy rags. All right. And we do all fade as a leaf, and our iniquities, like the wind, have taken us away. Right. So even in our righteousness, we are as a filthy rag, man. Right. We are an unclean thing at the end of the day. Right. Because we went off. We continue to, go off in craziness. All right. So understanding that fear should continue to drive you to push harder. All right. And I'm going to end it out on, let's get, I know I brought this up the other day. I think it's 43:30. Let's start at verse 28, right? Start at verse 27, right? It says the Most High greater than his works. It says we may speak much and yet come short. Wherefore in some he is all. How shall we be able to magnify him? For he is great above all his works. It says Yahawah, Bahasham Rawchaa, is terrible and very great, and marvelous is his power. When ye glorify Yahawah, Bahasham Rawchaa, exalt him as much as ye can, for even yet will he far exceed. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, for you can never go far enough. All right. At the end of the day, we can never go far enough. Right. And understand where he has brought you from. Right. He's brought you from that low estate. Right. And has sat you down and opened your eyes that you can see, that you truly can see. There's a lot of people who can't say that that's happened to them. All right. And with that, not just in the presence of the brothers or the sister or whatever, right? You got to continue this thing. This is a sincere and genuine thing, and you got to work out your salvation, your own salvation with fear and trembling. All right. You in these camps, and they tell you, well, you can't do this, and you can't go out and teach, and you can't do this until hey, man, at the end of the day, you're going to be accountable. All right. You're going to be accountable for your actions and your duties, and the Lord, says, I know I said I wasn't, but Psalms 94 and verse number 16, it says, who will rise up for me against the evildoers, or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Okay. The Lord is asking that question. All right. And you can't say, well, the leader of my camp said I couldn't teach. No, man. If that's the case, you need to go somewhere else, right? That you may do the works, that you may, show yourself acceptable, that you may work out your own salvation at the end of the day. All right. Get away from those, those type of leaders, right? And go out and teach. Go out and do the work, man. All right. And work out your own salvation ultimately, So, Salaki, that was just something that was on my mind. Just wanted to, get that out. Lord's will, it was edifying. Lord's will, you understand what I'm, what I'm trying to relay, right? And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to say, Halal Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, peace and blessings to the elect, to the 12 tribes scattered abroad, a mighty shalom, to the 144,000 men, to the rest of the elect. Stay diligent, stay focused, keep praying for one another, man, and work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. All right. As the Lord openeth, he can shutteth. All right. At the end of the day, if you don't use your talent, the Lord will take it away and give it to someone greater. All right. So, utilize what you've got and go out, do the work, and work out your salvation. All right. And with that, I want to say shalom.